Hello and welcome to Friday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we've got another of these colourful puzzles from Marty Sears to have a look at. This is called Diamond Heist. Loads of you have recommended this one to us. The idea is that we have to perform some sort of Mission Impossible escape. Hang on, where's the ventilation shaft? Is that the ventilation shaft? I think we've got to get from there in the grid to there, using some rules. And there's something here, it says, you must find the path to escape the room, and you have 45 minutes to do it. I don't know whether if you take more than 45 minutes, a pop-up's going to appear saying you've been exploded or something. But we're going to find out. Marty's puzzles are always a total joy. And I'm looking forward to trying this. Based off the feedback we've had about this one, it's going to be splendid. And actually not too difficult either. Apparently about 2 stars out of 5 for difficulty. Now, what can I tell you about before we kick off and have a look at Marty's puzzle? There should have been a crossword video earlier today. Mark was on crossword duty this morning because I am meant to be playing in a golf competition. So spoiler alert, I'm actually recording this slightly before Friday. Which I don't often do. I very often record videos overwhelmingly on the day that they appear, but very occasionally when I know I'm going to be sort of taken out of action, I have to do them in advance, and that's what's happening today. So I know Mark is meant to do the crossword video on Friday morning. Let's hope he actually has. Other than that, what else can I tell you? Well, around now, it might have happened, I can't tell. We're actually releasing a couple of new apps, one of which is very pertinent to Marty, because it features Marty's puzzles. We're calling them Sudoku worms, and they're basically a series of linked grids. So in Marty's got this glowworm constraint going on in his. So you sort of solve one puzzle, and then you'll get a couple of corner digits that you can use to solve the second puzzle, etc., until you get to the end. They're lovely, lovely little creations, these. We've got Marty's coming out, and also James Sinclair's in the initial run, and they could be out this week. So if you know where to get our apps, they're in the usual places, and you can also get them on your PC on Steam. Do check. You should enjoy them. They're very, very well priced. I think they're $1. It's $1 for a whole Sudoku worm full of puzzles by Marty Sears. Absolutely fantastic, and James, of course. So do enjoy those if they're out. If they're not, keep an eye on our Twitter account or on. Make sure you're subscribed, because we'll announce them. We'll announce them soon. In any case, and the other thing I should mention, of course, is Itrio's Sudoku Hunt over on Patreon, which is going gangbusters. Absolutely incredible stuff. Some of the comments suggest it's the best thing we've ever published on Patreon, and that is high praise. So do have a look at that, and let me do some birthdays. Now, my birthdays are all a bit all over the shop this week because I am having to record slightly in advance, but I'm going to say happy birthday for earlier this week, I think Wednesday. Chris, it was your birthday. And I know this because your friend Peter, with whom you used to play Ultimate Frisbee, wrote to us and said, could we give you a shout out? I think, Chris, you had a puzzle done on the channel. You made a puzzle that Mark solved called Shuriken a little while ago, but Peter saw that and was absolutely delighted to realise that somebody he knew in real life had actually made a puzzle that was featured on Cracking the Cryptic, and wanted to say happy birthday. So, Chris, I hope you had a great birthday, and I hope you had chocolate cake. Next, another late birthday. I'm sorry, Villamain, it was your birthday. You turned, I think, 39 on Wednesday, and you found the channel during COVID. And apparently the channel helped you to go to sleep during your last pregnancy. Well, I mean, I've always been told by a variety of people that I'm an incredibly boring nerd. So I'm not surprised, but I'm delighted if it helped. And I hope you had a great birthday. Oh, I've got a picture of your cake. I did mean to show that. I've got it. This is your cake, isn't it? This looked absolutely spectacular. And the best thing about this cake, hang on, it needs to be in full technicoloured glory. Look at the icing. That does look like it's got a proper amount of icing on it. So I hope you enjoyed that. I think I would have enjoyed trying that. Villamain, happy birthday for Wednesday. Now, somebody whose birthday it is today, i.e. Friday for you, is Grace over there at Ohio State University. And Grace, I know it's your birthday because your brother Joe wrote in and said you might appreciate a shout out. And the two of you apparently love watching the longer videos, the longer solves, and you try to solve along. I mean, that's great to hear. I love to hear when people collaborate, as people watch the videos together, and sort of two brains are better than one. And Grace, I hope you have a great birthday, and I hope you get some chocolate cake. Many happy returns. Now, with all that said and done, I don't know whether I'm using up my 45 minutes now, because I've had 6 minutes of intro. The timer on Sudoku pad says 6 minutes 34 at this point. So if this puzzle takes me another, 39 minutes, then I'm going to be timed out. But anyway, let's read the rules of Diamond Heist by Marty Sears and see what we've got to do. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So we'll have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. We've got to escape from the diamond vault by finding a path from the ventilation shaft in row 9, column 9, to the door in row 2, column 1. So we do have to go from there to there. Let's just highlight that for a second. Your path may only move orthogonally and may not visit any cell more than once. You may not pass through any coloured display plinths. Also, stepping on any floor tiles with an even digit will trigger the alarms, so don't do that. Right, so these plinths must be these cells which have got diamonds in them. So we have to get from there to there without going through the diamonds and only going on odd digits, effectively. The digit on a diamond equals the sum of the digits on all the keys that match its plinth colour and letter. Oh, I see. So again, Marty's been colourblind friendly here. So let's find an example. So C is the sum of that one and that one, I think. Let's do another one. F is the sum of lots of things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different keys, I think. If I haven't missed one, that seems a lot of keys. But anyway, that's what we have to do. No two diamonds have the same digit. So if this was an 8, that couldn't also be an 8. And discover these diamond digits to steal them and find the path to the escape room. You have 45 minutes. I love this. I don't know. I almost want to go over 45 minutes to see what happens. But wouldn't it be a brilliant innovation for Sudoku Pad to introduce a timer? And maybe, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up as I think of it now, but maybe, if you go past the timer, I don't know, maybe your puzzle explodes, or maybe it's not quite that draconian, but you could, you could get extra digits being shown or something. But that would be really annoying. I would hate that. But it would sort of be a punishment for taking too long to solve. Anyway. That's by the by. Do have a go. The way to play it is to click the link under the video as usual. Now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. Right, hang on. I'm going to go back to that F, because that seemed to have a lot of digits or a lot of keys associated. Oh, good grief. Yes, okay, this F is very, very forced, because there are 3 Fs in the same column. So the minimum value of those 3 is 6, isn't it? And I've still got 3 more Fs to contribute to the total that's going in there. So I think these all have to be 1. And these have to be 1, 2, 3. And in fact, well, we can see now, because otherwise it would add up to more than 9. That's going to be a 1. This is a 9, and that was a good start. Now D. Oh no, I thought that was a D as well. Hang on. There's no, I can't blame colour blindness on not being able to read a letter. 1, 2, 3. G. Okay, G. Oh, okay. So G can't be 9 anymore. But it has to be at least 6 because there are 3 G clues in this box. I'm just checking whether there's any more G clues. I don't know, but there has to be a 1 in one of these, because imagine there wasn't. They would add up to at least 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is 9, which is an impossible total. So this must be the 1 within G. And let's actually do a little, I mean, this is completely ridiculous to do Sudoku at this point of a puzzle, but why don't we just do it for a moment? It is, after all, a Sudoku puzzle. No, that was a terrible idea. E only has one thing, I think. So what we're effectively being told is that those 2 digits are the same digit. C has 2. B. Oh, okay, so B has 2 as well. Oh, wait a minute. I might have made a mistake, actually. Because none of the D digits can be... None of them can be 1. Oh, hang on, this one can't even be... Ah! No, it's okay. Okay, D is where we look now. And I've just noticed from my pencil marking that none of the D digits can be a 1. Now, obviously these two have to be different, so I was going to say these could be 2 plus 3, that could be a 2, so D, sorry, where's D? D is at least a 7, but it's actually more constrained than that. This digit can't even be 2 or 3, so I think that has to be 4, and both of those have to be 2, in order that this could be 8 and not reach the total of 9. So that's a 3 by Sudoku, and that's a 2. So now this can't be 8, I suppose. So now there has to be a 2. This is lovely. So now there has to be a 2 on G, because it's either a 1, 2, 3 triple adding to 6 or a 1, 2, 4 triple adding to 7. It always has 2 in it. We now know that's the 2. This is 3 or 4. 2. No, I shouldn't do Sudoku, should I? There's no need. Okay, and we've got a lot of... Yeah, we've got a lot of low digits all of us. Yes, okay, look at C. C, neither of those C digits can be 1 or 2. So they're at least 3. And they can't be, well, they can't be 5 therefore, because if either of these was 5, it would be a 5 and at least a 3 adding up to 8, which we can't use. So the most this could be would be a 3-4 pair. So C is, right, C is 6 or 7, G is 6 or 7. So everything else, every other diamond that we're trying to steal has to be a smaller number. And we've still got 3 more. A. I was going to say I hadn't seen any keys that were A, but there's one staring me in the face. So each key that we've got left is 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. Well, so hang on, isn't B just a naked single? It can't be 6, 7, 8 or 9 because of diamond plinthing, and it can't be 1, 2, 3 or 4 due to the column. I think that's a 5. Now that's B, which is that one and that one. Now this one therefore has to be a 3. Otherwise it would be a 5, and this would have to be a 0, which is illegal. So that's going to be a 2. 3 plus 2 obviously is equal to what we need. There could be a 2 in the corner, depending on A, which is this one. Okay, so why don't we do Sudoku on E and A? Because E and A have to be 1, 2, 3 or 4. Now this one can't be 2 or 1. So that is 3 or 4. And that's E, which is this one, which can't be 3. So unless the thing is, I could have missed a key here. That would obviously be a disaster. I can't think I have. I can't see another E clue, so that suggests that's 4. So A is not 4 anymore. A is not 1. There's a 1 in its box. So A, which is this one, is a 2 actually, because it sees 3. So those two are 2. And okay, and hopefully now all we have to do, I don't know whether we have a way of knowing which is 6 and which is 7. We probably do. I've probably got Sudoku I can do on, I only have to see one of these, don't I? Or maybe they can't both be 3 or something. Because we know that for C, but they can't both be 4. One of them is a 3. I don't know. Oh, hang on. Well, we have to also perform the escape. So maybe we have to think about that. Let me just... That's not 2 by Sudoku. I can't decide whether to keep plodding away at the Sudoku or to change tack entirely. Let's check. What was the rule about how I get it? I have to go on odd digits. Right, so I'm starting here. I can't go through 2. And orthogonal movements mean moving sort of in a north, east, south or west direction. We're never going to be able to go diagonally. So the first move must be, let's choose a colour. Let's choose red. First move must be up. Now. Yeah, and then it's going to depend, isn't it? If this was a 3, that's going to make that a 6 and a blockage, so they're going to have to go up. But if it's a 4, it's going to make this a 7, and then we're going to go sideways. So I think both options are actually possible there. Oh, right, here's a small point that I can see straight away. If I just take a quick look at the grid, look at those cells. They are all even. So that is in effect a wall. Look, let's use... actually, what we could do... I don't know whether it's worth shading. Maybe I'll just use this. Oh, is that okay? Just to indicate that we have to go through. We're either going to have to go through here or here, aren't we? And up there, which the thing is, we haven't got any 6s in the grid. I'm trying to work out how to think about this. Does that presumably has to be an odd digit, does it? If that's a visited digit. Yeah, maybe the idea is to highlight all the odd digits. They are digits we are allowed. Oh no, we can't go on the plinths. We hardly know anything about odd digits. And the yellow ones, actually, they're now odd, aren't they? So we've got another sort of wall here. That's interesting. Oh, actually the 9. Oh, I should include the plinths. Yes. So there's basically a massive wall across the grid. Oh, include the plinths. Sorry. Yes, of course. I can't go through here. Oh, this is what determines this. Very clever. I was so slow. Okay, so what Marty's done here is the rules. So we can't go through the plinth. So even if this is odd, I'm not allowed to go through it. So this cannot be 4, because I'd effectively be blocked in by an even digit here and a plinth which I'm not allowed to go through. So this has to be 3. And this has to be 6. Oh, 6. That has to be 7. Oh, okay. So, oh, it was fine. That's now 4, and that's 3 because of maths. And okay, and our path is now going here. This is odd. That's not visitable. Threes are visitable, aren't they? 4 is not. Maybe I have to do a colour for. I'll make the evens blue, which tends to be the colour we use. It's all getting a bit higgledy-piggledy with the plinths, but it may help me. Oh, I've got it. Right, no, it's easy. Well, okay. I've got 3 odds here. So let's imagine that the path, we did envisage the path going that way. Well, that means all 3 of those digits are odd that I've just drawn in. And that would put 6 odd digits in column 9. And there are only 5 digits in Sudoku that are odd. So we cannot. So the path must come through there. And then it's got to go there. It's got to go there. Okay, so let's make all of these odd, because that seems quite a lot of oddness. Okay, those squares are 1, 5, 7, look, because they can't be 3 and 9. So these two are both turning even. And now that 1 is not going in that cell, so the 1 must go here, using the powers of Sudoku. This is a 3 or a 9. How am I doing for my timer? I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Right, and then what do we do? Are we going to go that way, or are we going to go that way? I don't know. Well, no, I don't think I do know. I've got 5 odds, haven't I, in column 1, so all of those are even. And the path, I've got to get into that cell, so the path has to go there. So let's start to draw the path out from... Can I move? Oh no, I can't. I don't think I can. I can't move the path into the door. Right. Now, what do you think we do next? Maybe we do Sudoku on even digits. We've got 1 6 in the grid and 1 8. That's not very much. Now, not sure where to look next. And this is the clever thing about Marty's puzzles. They always make you feel a bit, they always make me feel a bit silly when I can't see what to do. I can extend this down here. And have I got 1, 2, 3? Yeah, okay, now column 2, I've got 1, 2, don't forget the plinth, 3, 4, 5 odds, so those are even. Now I've got 4 evens in this box, so that's got to be odd. I've got 5 odds in box 1, so that's got to be even. Right, and the path can't go through the plinth here, so the path is going that way, and that looks really nice. Because now this is odd, and I've got 5 odds in row 2. So the rest of it is even. Well, that seems to suggest that's not a 2 anymore. So that's a 2, that's a 2. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I was suddenly thinking, oh no, my path. But my path can come along the bottom row, thank goodness. This is great. This is great. I don't think I'm cutting it too fine at the moment. Right. So I could, I think, make a break for freedom down there. Yeah, I could. I think I could. Where is 4 in row 2? It's there by Sudoku. So 4 is in one of those 2 cells. This is relatively interesting. No jokes about me, thank you. But because now look, where's 4 in row 7? We can now ask. It's got to be exactly here. Now, does that matter? Yes, it does. Because let's go back to my black highlighting look. Now, to get we are going to have to go through, I sometimes call cells like this Scylla and Charybdis from the Greek myths. You know, the sort of great clashing rocks that ships couldn't pass through. But you can see that we do need to pass through here. And the way we're going to have to do it, therefore, is all of those must be odd. Yeah, and with the 9, which is plinthed here, that's all the odds in the row, so that's got to be even. So now the path coming out of the bottom right is going like this, and that's completely forced. Now, okay, so this is odd. How many odds? Yeah, then we've got all the odds in row 7, so these are even. So again, we've got a Scylla and Charybdis. They've just changed position appropriately enough. So that's odd, which means that the 4 is being placed now in, and now the 4 is being placed over here. And we're in reasonable shape. So the path now has to turn left, and we get sort of a W pentomino of oddness in box 8. This is a 6-8 pair. At some point I'm going to be forced to do Sudoku, aren't I? Which is, I mean, it's completely ridiculous. This is an 8 apparently. So that's a 6, that's an 8, so that's a 6. Sometimes with these puzzles where you sort of get odd and even parity, you can find at around this point of the puzzle that it becomes two Sudokus, two different Sudokus. You sort of have to do Sudoku on the even digits as one puzzle, and then you have a separate puzzle to do, which is the Sudoku on the odd digits. Where is... no, that doesn't work. Where's 3, I was going to say, in the bottom row? It's in one of 2 positions. And we still haven't worked out the path up at the top here, although we have got, I now see, all the odds in this row, so that's even, and it seems to have to be a 6, which is going to push the path up into another odd digit here. Ah, that's interesting. So we've got all the evens in box 5. Now that might mean the path goes east, because it could. I don't think it necessarily has to. I'm not sure about that. Okay, but what we can do is note that 1 in box 5 is now here, so that places 1 there. 3 is in one of those 2 cells of box 6. Oh, which is nearly giving us the 3 in box... oh no, it is. It's giving us the 3. It is giving us the 3 in box 5, so we get loads of 3s as a result. Now, 1, 9, 5. Okay, those are 7 and 9. So this digit is a 5. 5 is in one of those 2 now. So, oh, that's the same cell. Okay, that didn't work. It's not going to be 7s, is it? I think I've only got 1 7 in the grid still. I've got all the evens in column 7 though. I hadn't seen that. So we've got loads of oddness to interpose there. And 8 is the final even digit to put into column 8, and that can only go here by Sudoku. So that's presumably going to be useful. We can... oh, no, that's interesting as well. That's classic Marty, because that is a passageway. Oh, well, I'm pretty certain we're going into box 3. I can't prove it, but it wouldn't surprise me at all. Right, so where now? I feel like, oh yeah, we can keep going with Sudoku on the evens. So 6 is in one of these 2 positions. What about 8 though? Can we get the 6s and 8s sorted out? We can get an 8 here. We can get a 6 here, 6 here, 8 here, 6 here, 8 here, 4 here. So that means that's the 6. Now that means that's the 3, which, that's suspicious, isn't it? So it certainly looks possible we're coming across the top. Where, okay, yes we are, because that's 8 by Sudoku, and that's beautiful, because now the only way of going through is that way, that way, that way. So we've now got, we know our path out of the, what is it, a vault, and it's that is exactly what we're doing. We have done the Sudoku of the even digits. That has allowed us to do the path for the odd digits, and all we've got to do now, I think, is Sudoku on the odd digits. So let's try, oh, that didn't work. Let's try double clicking our 3s. Oh, did that work? Oh, it did work, yeah. Yeah, okay, so that's a 3, that's a 3, and all your 3s belong to us. Let's try 1s. It's quite hard to see, actually. 1s, okay, we've got a little X-wing of 1s left, so it must be other odd digits, which actually doesn't look too propitious at first blush. Because we've hardly got anything else. Oh, I see, but 9 has to be up there. So I get the 9 in box 6. So these two digits are 5 and 7 in some order. That's a 5 or a 7. Yeah, I think we're one deduction away. Which would be oh, there's a 5 there. That's a deduction, I suppose. So that's a 5 now. So 5's in one of these two cells. 7 we can place in box 7, so that's 7, that's 9, that's 7, that's 9. Okay. 5 and 7 into these cells, and this diamond is lovely for that. That's 9. This is 5 now. That's 5 as a result, so that must be 9. That must be 7. Now what do we need in this column? 5, I think. Yeah, 5 must go at the top. And that's 7 by Sudoku. Yeah, I think we're there. If I haven't made an error, it's looking reasonably good now, isn't it? So these squares are 1 and 9, and we know the order. 9, 1, 1, 9, 7. Now, let's just take a quick look and see if it looks... I mean, it looks mad, frankly. It looks mad. How long have I had? Oh, I'm in time. I'm in time. I can spend a moment just checking that I haven't made an egregious error. And okay, I think it's okay. Let's see. Yes. Oh, I got diamonds. It's had a lot of solves. Actually, it's an older puzzle than I'd realised, but quite lovely. Absolutely lovely. And I need to know, somebody tell me what happens if you get to 45 minutes in the comments. Does a timer pop up? Does the puzzle explode? Well, we chose to accept the mission. And the puzzle didn't explode within 5 seconds, or whatever it's meant to be. And I enjoyed it mightily. So Marty, thank you for that. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments how you got on. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.